Hello and welcome to the world of Pisces. Pisces, I hope that you all are radiating positive energy at this time. Let's hop into it, Pisces. Let's get a universal message and see how you guys are doing on the soul's journey. We're going to use the Moonology deck to collect that information. Okay? First moon you have showing up, Pisces, is a waning moon. Okay? What do you need to release? What do you need to release? Okay. Let's get two more, Pisces. I'm going to set it down here until, we talk about it. So what do you need to release? Okay, the next card is a full moon in Capricorn. The end of a tough cycle approaches. What is the guidance for Pisces on their soul's journey? A full moon in Aquarius. Show the world the real you. So yeah, Pisces, what do you need to release? Right? In order to show the world the real you. Right? This might be tough for some of y'all to even, get the courage or whatever it is for you to just be your authentic self, because actually that's what the universe here right now is calling for you to do, right? With the full moon in Capricorn, them tough cycles are the end of tough cycles are approaching. So it's like you have to become grounded and centered, right? You have to trust and know that everything is going to work out best for you, right? You have to be loyal to yourself, okay? Right? You have to have structure about yourself, okay? So, what is it that you need to release in order to gain that type of power within yourself? What do you need to release to commit to Pisces? Okay? The full moon in Aquarius, right? It's a show the world the real you. Right? You're a great person. The world would love to get to know you, right? When you be true to you, you start attracting everything you want, right? Because that's the most authentic frequency you can send out there. That's what's real, right? Your life is because of what your thoughts are, how you process it, right? The actions that you take because of what you think, because of what you feel, right? So it's like important for you to just be yourself. Don't try to conform or mold yourself into what you think people expect of you or how you think people want you to be, right? Living up to other people unrealistic expectations of you is what's keeping you out of alignment with yourself. So what do you need to release in order to become grounded and centered within yourself, loyal to yourself, so that you could become the best version of you, the realest version of you? All right? That's what it is today, Pisces, on the soul's journey. The universe is calling for you to be your authentic self. Let go of anything that prevents you from being yourself. Be loyal to yourself, right? Ground and center yourself, right? Telling you, Pisces, it's important at this time, right? The universe needs to know you know who you really are, so when that time comes, you won't miss what's meant for you, okay? So let's hop into it, Pisces. We're going to use the Stranger Things deck today, and we just going to collect some energy. We're going to do a general reading. All the readings are general, but, just see what comes up. Whew. Y'all, some days these cards feel so thick. These decks be so thick, some of them. My hands be small. Shoot, I could barely handle them sometimes. All right, so yes, let's hop into this. What is this energy going on? Okay, Pisces, we got the 5 of dice. 5 of swords. The Wheel of Fortune. Queen of Strands. The Six of Scoops. All right, what's crossing that energy? The Eight of Scoops. Okay, Eight of Pentacles, Pisces. You know, it's about mastery. You know, self-employment. Your skills, your talents, right? Work. Okay, I feel like it's a new adventure, a new skill you figured out you had, you know, because everything in you always had, right? It takes something for you to unlock it, right? And once you unlock something, you figure out, oh, I like this. You kind of like obsess over it, like you go in on it until you master it, right? And maybe the universe is calling for you to have that type of energy for everything that you may want, whether you good at it or not, you know. Master it, right? But we got this Five of Dice leading the reading, which is the Five of Swords, right? And I think you're feeling kind of defeated about a situation, a person, right? I feel like you've washed your hands with something, like, you know what? I ain't gonna put my energy into trying to conquer this situation, right? And that need to release and let go of some form of competition that you felt like possibly could keep you stagnant, it opened up doors for you here with the Wheel of Fortune, right? When you learn to release that need to compete, it was something about a competition, something about competing, right? Something about trying to show a person that they can't beat you. You felt, and that's at anything, you felt like that you didn't have energy to put into a situation like that, right? So with the Wheel of Fortune, learning to release that need to compete or to control unlocked a new door for you, right? It changed a few things for you, right? That's possibly the thing that it took for you to unlock this new talent, this new skill, right? Queen of Strands. Okay, whatever's living in you, whatever that belief is, that God that's in you, Pisces, that's what lights you up. That's what tells you what to do. That's how you know things, right? That's what gives you the strength here with the Queen of Wands. Because I just see the light on you and the light in you, right? You one of those people who don't even have to compete. Because a lot of people don't even compare to you, right? You one of those people, let me move this Eight of Pentacle to the side. With this Queen of Strands, you one of those people who, you know, had to work really hard for everything that they have. Nothing was ever given to you. You know, you had to get out there and get dirty. You had to go through the experience. And a lot of people tried to kick you when you were down, right? And you know, you somehow felt like you had to show or prove something to these people for a while. And one day you realize, you know, I don't have to do that, right? Because you wasn't winning doing that. Trying to live up to other people's expectations, trying to prove something to somebody, trying to, you know, buying this or buying that or doing this and that just to show a person that you can, right? It was just like, for what? You way too bright for that, okay? So at the end of the day, yes, you let go of that need to try to fit in, you know, or conform. You just started doing your own thing. You started building your confidence, right, through mastery of your talents, your skills, right? Six of Scoops, Pisces. You opened up to receive yourself. Right? You start giving more to yourself. You start allowing yourself to be yourself. And that's what's making life turn, right? That's what's making things get better. That's what's helping you become aware or awakening, right? You just doing your thing and be a master at what you do. Don't worry about the person next to you, okay? Because with this Five of Swords, I just feel like it was competition that you were willing to let go here. Right? With this Four of Cups, you say, miss me with the bullshit. Right? You chose to shut yourself off from anybody who you felt like the need to compete against, or anyone who was trying to compete against you. You kind of like shut that energy down because it affects you too much emotionally, right? And you have bigger and better things to do than to be trying to compete or conform to something that's not even you, right? Page of Spokes, right? Page of Cups. You went in, right? You started listening to your higher self. You were shocked when you found out that you were kind of better than most people that you surround yourself with. And I'm saying that with all true and honesty, right? You're richer, right? You have more integrity, morals, respect, a spiritual sense of who you are. It's just that when you go from within, right, you rise. And you sitting around trying to compete with people who ain't even on the same pathway as you, who ain't even got the same light, who ain't even anointed. When you start trying to roll with them, things start kind of falling apart, right? But when you release the need to show and prove to people who ain't even going where you going spiritually, it fucked you up. It was like, wow, that surprised you, right? So, that gave you more confidence too. Like, damn, man, I've been trying to live up to these people's expectations, and I've been trying to, show these people this and that. And the whole time, I didn't ever need to, right? I didn't ever need to because I was always the one. I was always the light. They were competing with me so much, I started competing with them, and it became a normal thing. And I felt like that was something that was normal. Truly, it wasn't. So we get to the Wheel of Fortune. You change your ways, right? You start being more honest with yourself. You start having more clarity of who you are as you grow. You have more clarity of who you are. So when you have more clarity of who you are, you start to change the way you move in these streets or with people. Page of Dice. You start letting them know too. I ain't on that bullshit. I'm not in competition with you. No, I don't want to have brunch. No, I'm not going to ladies' night this weekend. You just start doing the things that you wanted to do. You started saying no when you wanted to say no, and yes when you wanted to say yes. You just became very clear, right, on what your wants are and what you don't want. Period. If they ask you, let them know honestly and truthfully, right? That's what, because some of your bulbs was out, but they lit up now. I feel like you've gained this confidence that just can't be broken, right? You gained something that can't be taken from you, right? You view the world different because you see things different, because the Queen of Wands, she's an observer, right? So something clicked in on you and you understand the assignment now, right? Because you just see things different, right? You had that awakening. You looking at things for what it is now, and you realizing that my way is the best way, right? A lot of you may be trying to protect your emotional space here with the Hermit, right? A lot of you are in isolation, right? I'm gonna say swimming in your emotions, floating in them on the Hermit, right? You putting them all into perspective, and in order to do that, you need some time to yourself, right? So you can master your emotions. Okay? The Hermit is a seeker, right? The Queen of Wands is an observer. All right? So you looking for a way to master your emotional side, because I feel like you done conquered everything else, right? And it's like once you master your emotion, nothing's going to be able to stop you. Right? You got that fire in your eyes, right? You got that light in your spirit. Temperance, right? You realized you have to have patience with yourself because the universe was calling on you and you finally trying to answer it. And it puts you in a space to where you don't care about what's going on in the outside world. You don't care about celebrities and what's going on with these people, right? You just don't care because your fight is something bigger. You have opened up, you've had an awakening, you come to some form of realization that I don't have to, fight this physical flesh. I don't have to wrestle around with the flesh. I am a spiritual being and my story has already been written. And all I need to do is get in alignment with what the universe is calling and asking for me to do. That brings me into balance. That brings all my situations into balance. That gives me everything that I need to survive this physical existence. Because I be open to receive at that point. It's called universal abundance. When I'm keeping it real with myself, when I'm being genuine to myself, when I stop trying to fit in and get and keep up with the Joneses and do everything everybody else doing. When I start setting boundaries and saying no when I want to say no and yes when I want to say yes. When I start being clear about where I stand with myself. Right? When I start setting those boundaries with other people, because I see stuff for what it is. I don't have a problem with going into hermit mode and being by myself in order to fix myself. Right? The universe has been calling on me for a long time. And its patience is running thin. And I have to bring my life into balance. So I'm answering that call. This is how I'm open to receive. This is what brings balance into my life. This is what makes me happy. Walking away from things that don't serve me here with the 8 of Cups, 8 of Spokes, right? Having the strength to walk away from things that do not serve you, that's not fulfilling to you, that makes you unhappy or feel lonely, or, you get the bad vibes, or you don't know who to trust. You're walking away from all that because none of that matter no more. And that's what it is. The things that used to matter to you, Pisces, they do not matter anymore. Because you fighting something bigger. You on to the next chapter of your life. You moving on up. You elevating. You're growing. Right? You're becoming more grounded within yourself. Your loyalty is to yourself right now. The only reason your loyalty is to yourself is because you may not have no one in your life that you can honestly, truly trust. You may not have anyone in your life that's loyal to you. And we're not talking about relationship status. I'm talking about your friends, your siblings, your cousins, your parents, the people that you surround yourself by, your partners too. You may not have that solid unity around you. So you have to step up and show them what it's like. You give it to yourself, right? You have more when you become more grounded and centered. Because this Queen of Scoops, Queen of Pentacles, she likes the finer things in life, right? Nobody's around taking from you. So you see how much more you have that you can go and spoil yourself. You didn't ever need nobody to do that for you, right? So it seems like you gain more when you set those boundaries, when you stop chasing, when you stop really caring about things that don't matter. Because a lot of these situations is not anointed. Like a lot of these people don't have that light in them. A lot of these people is never going to get to where you're at. And it's not a diss to anybody that you be around. It's just that once you realize who you are, you just realize that the stuff that used to matter to you don't matter anymore. And you start to realize that people ain't on that same level as you because they don't understand You know, like everybody want to be spiritual these days, but with great power come a great responsibility. And this is something that you've been had, something that's been living in you, something that you were born with. And it just been taking you some time to put it together just to figure out what it is. And just so happen here in the age of Aquarius, you're figuring it out. You're putting it into perspective because it was designed that way for you. So everything that you've been through before you start putting two and two together, before these connections start, you know, actually clicking in your mind, you were confused about who you are. Now that you're much wiser and you're learning more, you're starting to realize that, hey, I am that shit that everybody want to be. I'm powerful and I know my strength. So, I mean, I give it to you. You is the shit. You are above most. All right. So Pisces, what's crossing the energy is the Two of Scoops. It's up to you to keep your life balanced. It's so important for a person like you to stay balanced, right? It's so important for you to have a certain amount of happiness and joy in your life. And it's so important for you to be able to handle the responsibilities that you're faced with, right? It's important to find the balance in that. You know, long as you can keep the balance, you're going to be okay. You have to balance out your reality from your fantasy. You have to balance out your emotions from your thoughts. You just have to stay in a balanced place. All right, Pisces. So that's the energy. I hope it resonated. Let's get a word from the chakra wisdom to promote positivity, to see which chakra needs to be worked on, or to simply get an inspirational quote that we can say to ourselves each and every day. Pisces, we have the fifth chakra, and it's the throat chakra, and this one is relevant to expressing my feelings. I allow my emotions to be fully experienced. I acknowledge feelings of grief, anger, or fear, and I make a conscious effort to express my emotions or resolve them within myself so that I can move forward freely. I let the unconditional love experienced in my heart be expressed through my voice and creativity. I let those close to me know how much I love and care for them. I forgive all those who have wronged me in the past, as well as forgiving myself, as I could not have responded in a more evolved way than I was able to at the time. So expressing my feelings is our positive energy. If you're new to my channel and you like this video, go ahead, hit that like or subscribe button. For those of you who are returning, thank you for your continued support. And remember that your comments are always welcome. This is all I have, Pisces. As always, be safe, be blessed, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.